Hello and welcome to an episode of BTech. Today we're going to be working on my cheap Amazon pressure washer. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be converting it from the strange non-standard outlet size that it has to a standard outlet size so that we can replace the main pressure hose that comes out of it as well as the gun. So the problem with this is these things use non-standard sizes. It's really annoying because it makes it hard to get replacement parts for them. Anyway, we're going to talk about how to solve that. So this is the pressure hose that goes onto the pressure washer, and this inside, the outer diameter of this piece that goes on is 15 millimeters, and then the threads around the coupler here, the threads on, spins around, is 22 millimeters. That size is standard, and luckily I think those threads are standard as well. But the problem is this inside diameter of 15 millimeters is non-standard. In addition to that, it ends in this nipple quick disconnect, which is extremely different from one of the standard quick disconnect nipples you can see here. Look at them next to each other, see how different they are. Very different. And the reason I want to replace it is because my gun here that came with it had a failure. So this system has a O-ring that goes around it to seal it, and the O-ring got pushed off inside while it was connected. Don't know how that happened. And got pushed into the system and jammed it. Now the problem is when you take the gun apart, which I already did, you get down to a valve piece, so the trigger kind of pushes on there, and this piece kind of plugs in here. Now the problem is you can't take this thing apart. This is all glued together, and it's plastic and makes me angry. And it has this O-ring that's jammed in there, so I said, you know what, let me replace this with a system that actually uses typical pressure washer sizes that we can replace. So let's get to doing that, and I'll show you what's up. So we got a new gun that has standard sizes. Now the standard size here, this is a standard hose, it's a little bit easier to deal with as well. The standard diameter here is not 15 millimeters, it should be 14 millimeters. Still 22 millimeters on the outside, but just 14 millimeters on the inside. So we're gonna put these female quick disconnects on either side of the hose. And then we have this gun here, which got decent reviews, got some parts with it. It doesn't even matter if it ends up breaking because then we have standard sizes, so it'll be a lot easier to replace in the future. Now, we're gonna have this standard quick disconnect male nipple part gonna go on the end here. And then over on the pressure washer machine, where it's got this bizarre 15 millimeter inner, we have a converter. So this thing has the 15 millimeter bizarre size, but it converts to a regular. So we're gonna put a little grease on here first, then we're gonna put this on, and we're just gonna leave this on so we can quick disconnect the hose on and off, which is also gonna be great because previous to this, every time I wanted to put it in the reel, the hose that is, I would have to unscrew it here. Now I'll just have a quick disconnect. So we'll solve a bunch of problems. We'll have quick disconnects, we'll be on standard sizes, we'll have an easier to deal with longer hose, we'll have hopefully a better gun that has a quick disconnect. The other one kind of did too, so that's not really an improvement, but we'll have a better gun and hopefully have an easier time upgrading this and changing parts out in the future now that we're on standard sizes. So let's get started. So you can see here we have the inside has a little O-ring in it. There you go. I'm gonna put a little grease around that, and then all we have to do is screw this on over here in the pressure washer. A little bit extra to snug it. There we go. Don't like leaks, you know? For the hose, we have O-rings on each side. We're gonna put the same female on each side. I'm gonna put a little bit of thread sealant on here. Obviously the threads are not where it seals. We didn't use any on that side because it was already so greasy, but for these, since they're nice and clean, let's put a little thread sealant on there. I'm probably not gonna be taking these off anytime soon anyway. Yep. Not yep. So now we can take either side of this and nice quick disconnect real quick. Now for the gun, I don't need it to be this full extended length. Instead, we'll just put this on like this. quick disconnect on. All right, we have quick disconnects on both sides of the hose. Quick disconnect slash converter from the 15mm to quick disconnect down here. We have our new gun set up. Let's get quick disconnects on the garden hose now and then set it up and give it a try. No leaks over here. No leaks. Until next time.